Welcome back. Here is an activity that is fun for the kids and in the end might help mom get a little time to relax. Chemical Kim is here to show us how to make our own bath bombs.
Oh my gosh, yeah, this is exciting.
Safe
Catherine.
bombs, moms and dads at home, right?
Yes, these are very safe. I'm sure a lot of you have seen these before, so just to take the fear out.
It's the fizzy tablet.
It's the fizzy tablet. You set it into water.
Look at it.
And it makes a fizzing. And it's so cool, but what I want to talk about is just the science behind it. And of course, this is an activity that you can spend all summer long, go out into your swim pool outside. Look at that. Look how it foams
It's
up right
really fizzing.
Yeah, and that is a safe product. What's coming out is a gas called carbon dioxide, right?
So this would be okay to even drop into your bath?
Yeah, drop it out into your kiddie pool. I mean, let's just have fun, right?
Yeah.
So here, you're going to feel this reaction. I'm going to put it in your hand.
Okay.
Hold your palm out. And this is just baking soda, which is sodium bicarbonate.
Yes.
And this is citric acid, which doesn't, is not a common product in the home, but you can find it in health food centers. Or if you don't find it, you don't have luck, just break up some vitamin C tablets, which is a similar acid, ascorbic acid, and you'll see the same thing.
Okay.
So it's kind of fun. And of course, when it reacts with citric acid and baking soda, the water puts the citric acid into into solution, and then the baking soda reacts with it, making water and sodium citrate as a product.
Very cool.
A little messy, but it's so fun, Catherine.
Very
Isn't that
fun,
so cool?
yeah.
How they can feel that chemical reaction right there in their hands.
Yep.
And it's not as stinky as the baking soda and vinegar, so that's even more exciting.
A double benefit.
Okay, so this is Chemical Kim's science method for putting together the bombs, the bath bombs, the chemical bath bombs, and you get to help. You're going to eye this, but this is the ingredients. You're going to take about half a cup.
Okay.
So just pour out about half a cup of the citric acid.
Got it.
And then half a cup of the baking soda.
Okay.
And then about a tablespoon of table salt and then Epsom salt.
Okay.
And then to kind of be as a binding agent, some cornstarch. And about a quarter cup of the cornstarch. So if you want to kind of scoop out about a quarter cup of the cornstarch, and that's your dry ingredients. You're going to mix that all up. And while you mix up the dry ingredients, I'm going to put together the liquid ingredient. And you want to really hold back. You're going to add a little bit of water to the liquid ingredient, but you really want to hold back not to add too much that it's going to react, but you want to be able to bind it together.
Yeah.
I like to add a little bit of coloring. Food coloring does have water in it, so keep that in mind. And then you can use a light oil. I actually like to use glycerin.
Okay.
It seems to work really, really well.
Would like a baby oil work, though?
Baby oil would work for sure. You can add a fragrant oil, and I have a little bit of clove oil here. But you can add any oil that will, give it a good scent and a good smell if you'd like. Or even, if you're playing a little trick on your brother or sister, maybe not a good smell, right? So there's so many different chemical oils out there, right? And just give that a really, really good mix. And then as you take this liquid ingredient into the dry ingredient, you really just want to get it wet so it binds. Okay? So you're just going to add that liquid ingredient in there.
Am I going to stir
really good? Yeah, you just kind of have to be a good mixer. And the cornstarch does also help it bind together to kind of make a clump. Okay? And I'm just going to add a little bit more of that. And the combination of this oil to liquid really is just to get it to clump. So you just kind of keep adding, quantities.
Little bits at a time, so you don't go overboard.
Right.
Okay, and it is turning into
purple.
Yeah.
And so after you get that, bound together, and you can kind of take it out and start clumping it, you're going to see dropping it into the water, and I made one earlier here. See how that fizzes
Look
right
at this
there?
big one, you guys.
And really, really large, and you can just start to see it just fizzing. And what's cool is you're in the bath, and you can feel that fizzing right there in your hand.
Okay, let me do that.
And you can just feel how that breaks apart.
Yeah, very fun.
And then what's really fun, too, is that you can take this quantity, and kids can play around with this, and they can put it into a tall glass, the combination of the citric acid and the baking soda, and check the proportions. Mix it up really well, and whether you want to do a tablespoon or a teaspoon, but dropper amounts or small amounts into there, and they can see and measure the height of the foaming. And then if you want to color or not color it, but what's neat is you can see the carbonation, and you can get a little lesson too about making carbonated water. That carbon dioxide right there in the water. So it's such a fun science experiment for any kids or any adults.
They're going to love this one.
Yeah.
And you can find information about this and other activities from Chemical Kim. Go to WZZM13.com on the Take 5 homepage. Thanks, Kim.